A dial gauge, also called a dial indicator, is a precision measuring instrument used to measure very small linear displacements. It is commonly used in machining, manufacturing, automotive repair, and quality inspection. Let's take a closer look at its main parts and understand what each one does. First, we have the dial display. This is the visible part of the dial gauge that allows us to read the measurement. The dial display mainly consists of the main pointer, graduated scale, and revolution counter. The main pointer, also called the needle, moves across the graduated scale as the plunger moves. It indicates small increments of movement. Depending on the gauge, each graduation may represent a very small value, such as 0.01 millimeter or even smaller. Next is the revolution counter, also called the small dial, keeps track of the number of complete rotations made by the main pointer. This allows the dial gauge to measure a larger total range of movement while the main pointer continues to provide precise readings. The bezel surrounds the dial face and can be rotated to set the gauge to 0 before taking a measurement. This makes it easy to read the amount of movement during the measurement. The limit hands, also called tolerance marks, are two adjustable markers located around the dial face. They are used to set the upper and lower limits of an acceptable measurement range. For example, if a part is allowed to move within a specific range, you can position the limit hands at the upper and lower limits of that range. During inspection, you can quickly compare the pointer position with these markers. In simple terms, limit hands provide a quick visual indication of whether a measurement is within the acceptable range. At the top edge of the dial case is a small screw or knob called the bezel lock, also known as the bezel clamp screw. After setting the pointer to 0, tighten the bezel lock to secure the rotating bezel and prevent it from moving accidentally during measurement. At the bottom of the dial indicator body is the stem. The stem is a rigid cylindrical sleeve or housing that supports and guides the plunger as it moves in and out. When the plunger comes into contact with the workpiece, it moves according to changes in the surface being measured. At the top of the dial indicator is the dust cap. Under the dust cap is the lifting knob, also called the plunger lifting knob. It is used to lift the plunger without having to touch or press the contact point directly. At the end of the plunger is the contact point. This is the small tip that physically touches the surface of the workpiece. As the contact point moves in or out due to changes in the workpiece surface, the movement of the plunger is transferred to the internal mechanism of the indicator. This causes the pointer on the dial to move, showing the amount of displacement. And that's a complete overview of the dial gauge and its main parts. Understanding how these parts work together will help you use a dial gauge correctly, whether you're working in machining, automotive repair, manufacturing, or quality inspection. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell. Thanks for watching.